We've been in the tiny nation of El Salvador for a whole month. And while much of that time was spent doing boat jobs, regrouping with long-lost friends, and generally recovering from our harrowing journey across the bar, we've also been lucky enough to spend some time in the heart of this beautiful country, learning about its history, culture, and natural wonders.
We done did it. All right.
Nailed it.
Nice.
El Salvador has something for everyone. Whether you're a foodie, into surfing, love to frolic through the woods like I do, or are just generally interested in travel. With weekly events in almost every town, it's like experiencing a never-ending block party. Tourism is on the rise as the crime rate continues to fall. So here's our list of the top 5 things to do in El Salvador. We're Will and Em.
Say something cool.
And we're living on the hook in our sailboat, Appa. For nearly a decade, we planned and plotted our escape from the Fire Nation, aka our day jobs, and now we're hightailing it on the high seas aboard our sailing bison. Appa got the zoomies. After a year of isolation in the remote Sea of Cortez, we're venturing south towards a new ocean with new friends, and of course our trusty sidekick, Blue Dog. Subscribe, kick your feet up, and join us on our quest to master the elements and sail everywhere. If you're on a tight schedule, say like a long weekend, this is the perfect option for you to do and see a wide, diverse range of places and activities. As we mentioned in our first episode in this series, the route takes you through 6 different cities and alongside 2 different national parks. Now, us Americans, when we think of cities, we think of Chicago or LA or New York, and that is not the case in El Salvador. They're really small, easily walkable, and you can do the whole thing in like a morning or afternoon. Regardless of what you're doing in El Salvador, we definitely recommend getting a rental car. Public transportation is just kind of like colectivo buses that run on no particular schedule with no particular route, and they stop running around 8 or 9 p.m. So if you want to make the most out of your trip, highly recommend having your own transportation. But be warned, the only roads in El Salvador that are really drivable in a like sedan type rental car like we had are the main roads. Don't try to go back road anywhere. You will fall in a ditch. Next up, we have the Huayua Food Festival. I am still not sure if I'm pronouncing that town correctly, so if you know, please tell me in the comments phonetically how to pronounce that city. I can't wrap my brain around it. But anyways, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Huayua was our favorite city in the entire Ruta de las Flores, our entire inland trip. It's bright and energetic, and typical of the rest of El Salvador, the people are so friendly and welcoming. But there's really something about food and sharing a meal that brings the absolute best out of people. Food staples include fried yuca, a fermented pineapple juice called chicha, and mixto platters that are just so savory and delicious. The prices are unbeatable. They usually have a full takeout container for around $6 to $8 US. Everything we had was delicious, or at the very least, a culinary experience worth trying.
I don't regret my choice.
It is absolutely worth a stop. Don't miss the Huayua Food Festival. This one goes out to all of our history nerds. Mark. The ruins of Tazamal and Chalchihuapa are the perfect stop for anyone even remotely interested in ancient civilizations. We learned a lot here. Everything from the Mayan migration and spiritual practices to the lesser-known tribes that really helped shape Central American people and cultures. It was a very enthralling experience, and the Ministry of Tourism in El Salvador has done a phenomenal job of creating an immersive educational experience. Highly recommend the ruins of Tazamal. For you nature lovers out there, the spread of volcanoes and rainforests across El Salvador will have you wearing through your favorite pair of hiking boots. We hiked the Santa Ana volcano because it was what was closest to our rental in the town of Ataco. This is the highest volcano in El Salvador, and while the hike was challenging, it wasn't a total drain. We still had energy to do other things throughout the rest of the afternoon. But it's definitely not the only hike available. If you're into the volcanoes, visit Cerro Verde National Park. Izalco and Boca Raton offer great views, but be sure to double check if the trails are compatible to the time of year you'll be visiting. If the greenery is not for you, El Salvador also has some pretty famous surf spots. The entire Surf City coastline has all kinds of eco-resorts and hotels that are essentially for surfers. So if you're into surfing, El Salvador is a great stop for you. We met a truly badass sailor here by the name of Holly, who outside of her incredible life story and even more badass boat, is also the survivor of a crazy boating accident. Holly was struck by a powerboat at night while in her tender and woke up in the hospital days later. She's incredibly lucky to still be breathing, let alone sailing, and she's using this second chance to make small craft boating exponentially safer. She started Show Me Your Dinghy, an all-weather, solar-powered light you can mount on your outboard or anywhere on your tender so you're clearly visible at night. Other lights have a tendency to short out or lose power after only a few months, but Holly's light stands the test of time and the elements and will practically outlive your dinghy. Even if it goes overboard, slap it back on and you're good to go. Don't worry about carrying extra batteries or charging it every day. It's entirely solar powered, and the new generation light even has an on-off switch so it won't run continuously in low light. They're available in white, red-green combo, as well as tricolor. Headlamps could never. We have the tricolor 2nd gen with captive touch sensor so we can turn it on and off, and we absolutely love it. We mounted it onto our outboard so we can be clearly seen from behind, and it gives us peace of mind when we're coming back from shore after sunset in packed anchorages, near marinas, and especially crossing busy waterways like the estuary here in Bahia del Sol. Do yourself a favor and show us your dinghy. Visit showmeyourdinghy.com to get yours. Last but not least, because El Salvador has all those rainforests and volcanoes, it's got some good dirt. And not just any dirt. This is a dream for coffee lovers like us. The word finca in Spanish directly translates to estate or property. In English, it's more akin to something like farm or plantation. There are dozens of fincas across El Salvador, all boasting coffee beans, benefiting from the high altitudes and rich soil the land has to offer. We got in touch with Finca El Carmen, a coffee farm that's been owned and operated by the Alfaro family for over a century. And despite it being the off-season, they graciously invited us to tour the farm and visit the factory. No sudden movements.
We are at a coffee finca called El Carmen Estate. So far the grounds are beautiful. We're gonna get a big tour. We're very excited.
Should be good.
Should be good.
Everyone meet Oscar. He'll be showing us around today. Oscar, who initially told us his English wasn't very good, poured us each a cup of El Carmen coffee and walked us through 3 hours of perfectly articulated descriptions of processing procedures and tools. In English.
Yeah, it's possible for here because we have the channel here. Be careful here and here, guys. Because this is for the Salvadorians only. You are small.
The facility was amazing, an ingenious mix of customary methods and modern tech. Most of the coffee is processed using machines. Massive scales for weighing, silos for removing the shells from the beans, and obviously the gigantic roasters. But 2 crucial pieces to the puzzle are still done by hand here. This wide open space at the southern end of the factory is our next stop. At first, it looks a bit like a waste of space, but it's really a crucial step in the process. I'll let Oscar explain.
This is the patios. Here, imagine, guys. Now we don't have coffee, it's empty. But imagine in December, January, February, this is full with coffee here.
And we need to separate because, for example, this is different, one process, other process, different farmer and different variety. Here we need a 2-week minimal time for drying, but then we use the rate for moving, right?
Yeah.
This process is every day, every 30 minutes.
Is that to make sure it doesn't get moldy because you're moving it?
Yes.
Okay.
We learned that humidity is really make or break for the quality of the coffee beans, and maintaining the desired humidity is quite difficult when the grounds are wet.
But when it's strong rain, we use other machines. We have a dry machine for this process. This process is mechanical, but here is manual. But the other is mechanical, and for the other process we use is good. Different types is good. It doesn't matter. It's only for shade, for fruit, or only for good. Sometimes they use coffee tree, and they use coffee shell for the fire. Its name is payaso.
¡Para eso!
So they're a lot shinier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more dry, right?
Mhm.
And this is a little wet
Okay.
because this is an aerobic process. Samples coffee beans.
All have the seal, and this is the seal. We call green beans.
Do you have problems with insectos or rats or?
Rats, no. We
No?
don't have. We have control for the rat. It's possible already insect like to cucarachas or other insect like to mosquitoes, but they don't eat in the coffee.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that naturally eats it.
Yes.
Okay. You don't want your cucarachas to get too much caffeine.
Yeah. Yes.
The quality control area of the factory was the most interesting part of the whole tour. The machines do a lot of the initial work, yes, sorting out beans that are too small or otherwise unfit, but this final stage is all done by hand. Workers sort through the beans on the conveyor and, based on the diagram Oscar has in his hands there, remove anything the machine missed. It was interesting to learn that they still prefer women to do this task because we tend to have a stronger eye for detail.
Hola, hola.
We finished out the tour with a typical coffee cupping, or tasting.
I think you enjoyed this tour.
Yeah.
And I hope you learned something about the coffee process.
Yeah.
But now is the different process here. Is the cupping. In El Salvador we call catación.
Oscar explained that while we would only be tasting 2 different samples, there are competitions where judges will compare up to 20 different samples from farmers across the country. Judging is based on things like flavor, aroma, and body or texture.
The hardcore one. Definitely fermented grapes.
We were instructed to let the coffee steep for a few minutes, then inhale 3 times over each cup to assess the initial aroma.
And it's possible to smoke again. You can smell all the stuff. But it's 3 times is okay. You want more?
I still get that like acidic.
Mhm.
I get the sweetness now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See this. Now we use this spoon. For this process we call break glass. In Spanish, quebrar la taza. We need to move like this for its milk, like this. This milk, 2 times again, 2 times, right? It's like this. And we use this one for to clean.
Okay.
And continue with the second glass. Second. And we use that one for like this one. Sir, this is the most common. And speed here. The sound. 2 times the same. And speed in the cut.
After all that, it was time to discuss our findings.
Can we describe the letter A? The characters of the letter A?
This seems to be kind of lighter, I find it more acidic
Yeah.
than this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe a lighter roast
Yeah.
here, like a darker roast on this. This is more robust flavor, like has more flavor.
Little B.
B has more flavor too. I don't know.
Okay. So, and you?
I think A has more flavor.
It's the same, right?
Separate, different. I think
Yeah.
A more flavor.
A more flavor.
Yeah.
More flavor for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And for you?
I liked B better. It had more flavor for me.
Yeah.
A was more acidic and light.
And you? It's the same. Well,
I think A had more acidic notes as well. I didn't get much flavor from B. I thought A was a bit more flavorful. That's really
Okay.
interesting. Split down the middle there.
yes.
Split down.
They have difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is because we have different taste. We don't. For me, is letter A, the most special for me. We have the 2 different sample, the same variety, the same process, but different elevation. This is important. Letter A is the high elevation, but level B is the less
So
elevation.
it's not the strictly high altitude.
Yeah,
Yep.
A was extremely high ground, but depend on tasting is depend your flavor. We feel it now. Now, if you can drink a little coffee for this one and for this one, you can drink for you compare it again flavor. You can drink. This is the reason the most important is the elevation, right? Because when it's more high, the flavor is bigger, it's more balanced, and can be the process too. The process when it's washed, when it's natural, is different flavor. This is the same process, it's wash process, and it's gourmet coffee. It's gourmet.
These are both gourmet.
Yeah, the two is gourmet. The difference is
The elevation?
yeah, the wash. This is that difference.
Mhm.
Question, guys?
No, it's really cool.
Yeah. Crazy that one thing can make such a big difference.
Yeah.
I got grounds in my throat.
Okay.
I would wonder. We both drink espresso all the time, so
okay.
stronger flavor, bigger flavor. So I'm guessing that's why we're
Okay.
going towards. So you want that big
Yes.
flavor.
Yeah, must be. Yeah. If okay, guys, always question about this one or the ours process or the ours different.
No.
Do you understand here the process?
Yeah.
Do you like it, the coffee?
Oh,
Yeah, I've always wanted to try doing this, and I've never done it.
This was quite the unexpected adventure for us. Having to surf 15-foot waves in order to even enter the country isn't something we ever thought we'd be doing on our 12.5-ton vessel. But alas, what's life without a little risk? And with great risk comes great reward. Stepping that far out of our comfort zone led us into a beautiful destination full of wonderful and welcoming people and a history so deep and dense, Alice is still falling down that rabbit hole.
I feel like it had to. It's trauma.
Being safely tucked away in the estuary made it possible for us to explore inland, something we've never done in our 2 years living aboard Appa, and we are incredibly grateful for that experience.
How was your week in the mountains?
Fantastic. Hot water, stable ground, tons of food, saw some culture. A great trip away from the boat.
We want to thank Bill and Jean for hosting us at their island getaway, for numerous Papusa nights, cocktail hours, and graciously lending us their spare outboard. To all the friends still hanging out on the moorings, looking at you, Mark and Jacqueline, thanks for sharing in the adventure with us, and hope to see you soon. It's time for us to be on our way, but we'll remember our time here fondly. Until next time, yip yip.